or Ho's one he lives two lives as an ordinary office man, and also as a death taker for people who hire his services. He is just a good worker and obedient to his boss. The turning point in his life makes him have to let out all his anger. Starring So Jisoo and Game Dongjun. Let's turn the bumper. Heavy rain fell that afternoon. Two men were talking on a pick-up truck. The man in the suit was named Jai. The teenage boy next to him was Rahun. They were in front of a Hyeong-do police station. Remind this teenager that he has to be careful because this is very dangerous. Rahun replied he will do this. Well, the important thing is Bang Hyeong-do has to report that he has done a good job. Rahun went down and took the cardboard package. Behind him, he will take this package to the police station. He succeeded. Entering the elevator, the two officers mocked and found out that Rahun had many complaints about the packages delivered. The goods were often damaged. Rahun replied that it was not his job. He was just a deliveryman. The officers scolded him for answering impolitely. Rahun got out of the elevator. The two continued to the top floor. This is the witness protection room. They are protecting a witness, who his name is Yong-hun. He is the key to a criminal case of a crime lord. His testimony is very important. Today he will be, but Rahun has already gone this floor. These two officers stop immediately and ask him where he is going. Rahun remains silent and listens. These officers are suspicious. Inside Doc's cardboard and something surprising happened. This teenager is a professional. He killed all the officers on that floor. Yong-han was scared. He promised not to open his mouth, but it was in vain. Of reporting it was ready when he was about to go down. He was there. It turned out the attacker was Hyeong-do. This man said he took Rahun's body from there and drove his car. This man is also a professional assassin on a quiet road. His pickup sticker was replaced. They are professional workers. This work is neatly arranged. This is an office man who used to enter an office building. This man is no different from an office worker. Usually he arrived at a floor of the NCM agency, a company that operates in the metal sector. All the workers looked normal. Everyone was busy with their respective jobs. He entered the stock room. The room looked normal, but it turned out there was a hidden door that led to a basement. Old woman waiting on the chair. Mrs. Wang Yi handed over the gun that Rahul had used earlier. This quickly connected the bullets and wiped the fingerprints on the gun. A man came out of the room in Gwangyong. This person is the person in charge of the secret company. This company may seem normal like a general office, but this is an agency for highly trained and experienced hitmen. All the ordinary workers here are trained professionals. They just disguised regular office as a Juntai. Asked why Hyeong-do was late. He was an hour late. He was a senior here. He had to hurry after completing assignment. Hyeong-do apologized. Checked whether he had finished off the intern. Hyeong-do replied that he had done it. He met a senior. This person has retired from the NCM agency. Ban Jae-hoo used to be a very dangerous worker and never failed to carry out his duties. He advised Hyeong-do not to meet him often. He was just an old man to die. He should be careful because the agency didn't know him. Oh my gosh, he has to obey the rules because Workers like them can only wait for orders and can't argue with Jihan, who trained him when he first entered the agency and was once indebted to his senior. Ji-hoon knows that Hyeong-do really likes his car. When he dies, Hyeong-do can have it. The police officer's view. CCTV footage of Detective Young-duck is a person who is very curious about this case. This teenager is still very young, but he is very well trained. He is curious identity of this person. He comes to an area. He looks for a yard. A group of teenagers come out of the house, make sure it is a Rowan house. This teenage girl is very similar to Hunt. It must have been her younger sibling who asked if her mother was at home, but this young woman answered curtly, and suddenly her friends attacked the Hindu. Young woman named Bossel who went inside and asked her mother to come out. Yumi Young, young mother, the mother of Han and Boja Young-woo, introduced herself as her son, and he works in the same office. He was asked to hand over his son's savings. Han had to go out of town for the shaman, entertained by this young mother who asked about her son's news. Hyeong-do said Han was a good worker, but the boss seemed to hate his mother and brother. This teenage girl he was curt when his older brother and insulted his mother, who was just a singer who made their lives poor. He even offered Hyeong-do if he wanted to hear his mother's song, and Bossel played the song. But it gave a different impression to Hyeong-do. He had been on the streets since little as a deliveryman. Food songs from teenage artists are what accompanied him when he used to deliver food. He was very likes this artist. He didn't expect his idol artist from the past to be this young mother. That day he was suddenly called to the office. This old man Gunokwan, this person is actually the owner of this agency. Gudyon said he had to help his son. He was indeed the person in charge of this agency. He never assigned to the field and taking people's lives. He expects a lot from Hyeong-do because here he is a senior. It turns out this is his secret duty to monitor Jin Bandam. This person ran away from his duty. Look for him, watch him. Don't let him run away. Taking the company's secret, Gokran explains. Banu lost his 7-year-old son. The boy hit by a taxi and did not survive. Hyeong-do remembers that the clothes had indeed shown off his little son. This is the person. Since the death of his son, this person has become confused, as if he has lost his young Dung watches from afar. But he is also a professional. He threatens Hyeong-do. Will he be removed? Hyeong-do suggests that he go to abroad. He was in danger, but this person refused. Low even reported to Young-T that Banjo said he was out. Young-do even scolded Hyeong-do, saying he was negligent and told him to go. It turned out was not killed by Yong-woo. He left this teenager with a doctor. He knew Han still did not understand why he was removed. Hyeong-do told him he has recommended him, but director Jeon Young-do rejected him because he was an intern. Yesterday's case was very big. He had to be finished off after yesterday's work. He was actually saved. This is how this mercenary assassin agency company works. The employees train their skills and train to assemble weapons. These employees are discussing for the next task. This time the client is their senior class. Leave any traces. They must not. This is how they work. This person is their target. Kevin Lee, a stockbroker who ran away with his investors' money. They closed access to that floor and modified the CCTV. This person got out of his car feeling that something was strange. Someone who followed him in the parking lot. There was a worker carrying a trash can. Timing was perfect. The murder was very clean without any traces whatsoever. Hoon was returned to his mother, invited to a family dinner. After the two siblings thought they were finally able to eat in peace, Yoon Mi-un thanked him both. It turns out that her children can get along. She is very happy that she has taken good care of her son. This woman said that she married at the age of 18. Hoon and Busel were only 1 year apart. After her husband died, their lives turned around. Hyeong-do praised her good mother who raised 2 healthy children. A BBM was entered into the BlackBerry. Jun Banu's resignation approved. Hyeong-do knows that this is a problem. This is the same as an order for help to be finished off. He calls Hyeong-do to ask for confirmation, but again he is scolded and has to carry out his duties. Banu already knows that he is waiting for Hyeong-do. This person does not give up so easily. People fight the two. Guns are already attached in his head. Hyeong-do had already told him to get out. Their Banjo answered weakly he didn't know where to go. His whole life was spent taking the lives of clients. His son was dead. He had nothing left. Just do it. Hyeong-do was surprised why this person had nothing. We don't know yet. Hyeong-do finished him off, Banjo or not. That day their agency held an employee field trip as well as a promotion event for Hyeong-do's promotion. He was promoted to manager at the agency for these paid assassins. It turns out they can also do it. Can be seen from Young's attitude that this person is arrogant and off his job, even though he only holds the position because of his father. The promotion was handed over directly by the leader Hyeong-do, thanking his friends in his profession. Dating who doesn't like their idol artist in the past. Moreover, this young mother is this cafe belongs to Mian's friend, and coincidentally her friend wants to sell an offer to Mian, who refuses it. She doesn't have any. Her friend's money. Finally, was surprised. Myung started dating the man and asked what the man's profession was. They talked together. Hyeong-do admitted that he used to listen to her songs every day. Didn't expect Hyeong-do to recognize her in the past. It seems that the relationship is developing in a more serious direction. Accidentally entered this area and asked Bodge's friends for a sketch of Haran's face. 2 young men answered that they didn't know him. That was when Hyeong-do happened to be passing by and wanted to take Mian. This officer seemed to have seen this person's face on the day the witness was killed and asked for Hyeong-do's ID driving license. Even these 2 officers where he worked. Mian handed over the neurodetective's business card. Suspected this person, but he didn't have any evidence. It turned out that Banjo had been killed by Hyeong-do. He visited his grave. It didn't take long for this professional agency to find him. Hyeong-do completed his task. Hyeong was called to face the underground room. There were already closed court there. He was asked by the leader Gun why he didn't finish his task. Hyeong-do just kept quiet, and Banu let out his feelings. All this time, calling everyone in this room hypocrites. They pretended to be people, ordinary people's office, even though they kill to get money. This NCM company is very rotten. He is very fed up with director Gyun Ta, fool who pretends to be smart. Even though he has never been in the field, he advised him to realize that this is not life, and this person was executed. He was very sad. His senior died in front of him, but he didn't can do anything. These 2 officers came to the office complex to find Hyeong-do, who happened to be downstairs. They wanted to know what this NCM company was like. It turned out it was just an ordinary office. These 2 people were disappointed. This father disappointed. Why did Hyeong-do carry out his duties. This person's performance decreased, especially when he saw CCTV footage of police officers coming to their office. He told Hyeong-do to take care of someone to always keep an eye on. Hyeong-do director scolded. Why did he give his business card? This person is very arrogant. If Hyeong-do retaliates, this person will definitely lose, and he beats you again. Started to think, why is he a dangerous professional being treated like this? What is he looking for? He remembered all the words of Banju before he died. Was his life wrong? He waited for me on after work. Moreover, that night Hyeong-do admitted that he liked men, giving her a gift of a work bag that he sewed himself. Maybe a woman. This is a light in his dark life. Hyeong-do offers he has savings that he has saved. He knows his friend's cafe will be sold. Does he want to run the business? Let's just say he is the investor. But the problem comes bigger. Director Juntai suggests that they eliminate the detective in the usual way. That person could be a threat. One of the workers report to the leader gun. It was a photo of Hoon, the intern, and Hyeong-do, who was with Min. It turned out Hyeong-do was lying. The teenager was still alive. Leader was very disappointed. Even though he liked Hyeong-do, Hyeong-do ended up buying the cafe for Min to run. That was when the minions started singing old memories of their idols again. Past. It was really nice to hear that he now has a new goal in life. Can he live this dark life? Hyeong-do decided to write a resignation letter, but he will wait to submit it at the right time. That day he will do the task. Outside, these two workers accompany him. Hyeong-do started suspicious. Why didn't they go through the toll road? Professionals' instincts can't be fooled, he told Miss, who was the driver, to enter the toll road. Hyeong-do was sure that his instincts wouldn't be wrong. The two people assigned to finish him off, and he said, Hyeong-do's abilities were extraordinary. He didn't ever forgiven the people who were after his life. A call came in to Hoon. Hyeong-do gave instructions to immediately leave there. The agency knew he was still alive. Hoon called his mother and dragged the bow from there, shouting, "Why are they going? Where are they being taken?" Yong the shaman scolded him. The place Yong who was heading to was the house. Banjahan Sr. saw Hyeong-do and his group coming. This man already knew he was in trouble. Scolded Hyeong-do, who was too sentimental. Now he had to run as far as possible. Hyeong-do admitted that the money he had earned from his work, kept it in a secret place, asked his senior to look after Rahan and his senior's family, advised him that he should run away by himself instead of carrying a burden like this. When Minion left the house, he wanted to Hyeong-do alone. He wanted to know as much as possible, and Hyeong-do told him that he wasn't an ordinary office worker. He told him everything NCM what the agency company was like. After knowing everything, he apologized to his mother. He just wanted his mother to be happy, especially since his mother was sick when he worked. He just wanted to earn his own money. Scolded his son, but it was still a dirty job taking people's lives. Leaving Rahan and his family behind, he called the leader Guan and thanked him for educate everyone for the company and apologize. He has to leave and break this relationship while all the members of NCM agency are tracking Hyeong-do's whereabouts, waiting for him in his apartment. But Hyeong-do is a very skilled person. He is very observant. His steps are very great. He managed to enter the basement of his apartment to take the money from his work for years that he had hidden. He managed to get back to his senior's house, but what he didn't expect was that his senior betrayed him. In the dark world, it turned out that no one could be trusted. The Rahan family in Centra. This old man reasoned that he had spent all his pension money. He just wanted to survive, and he come to him. This person apologizes, but he must be handed over to Guan Young Hyeong, who begs permission. These three people leave. All this money is his, but this person refuses. All the evidence must be lost and beats. When this person is going to finish off this family, Hyeong-do fights back. This is his true self, cruel and unforgiving. Shooting stones. So Ban Jae-hun died before enjoying his hard work, but what is very unfortunate is that Yumi-yun was hit by a bullet. Due to this shootout, this woman lost her life in Hyeong-do's arms. Years packing and cleaning up the bodies, Hyeong-do took a big decision. A grudge between himself and NCM agency, his former office, must be resolved in a barbaric way. He will avenge Myun's death. The entire NCM office is ready. They are equipped with automatic weapons and firearms, while the cowardly Gonjung T is hiding below, observing the situation. The most dangerous office person has returned to his office with an automatic weapon. The receptionist greets him, but this girl will shooting him. He showed no mercy. Casually, Hyeong-do entered his office. All the workers saw him and got ready. He searched in the room. This person had not arrived. One of his co-workers asked him to stop. Everyone stood up and got ready, and the barbaric gunfight began. Everyone in this office with Baba shooting him, but is the best of his generation. No one can match this person's skill. All the office workers of NCM agency were killed. There was a new kid who survived. Hyeong-do advised him, Detective Yumi Dog got a report from his friend that there was a office complex that had NCM company in it. Again to Hyeong-do, who entered the room downstairs, asked this old woman where leader Guan was. This old woman advised Hyeong-do, everyone here must survive. She attacked Hyeong-do. This person is Leader One's personal bodyguard. The fight was inevitable. This person took the leader's life go and finally appeared. He didn't expect his company to be destroyed today, Hyeong-do said. A man attacked him. He killed the leader, Gonta thought that the worker he relied on the most would destroy everything when this old man wanted to shoot. It turned out that Rahan was already to help there. Him. All the officers and police cars were chasing him when, full of wounds, he told Rahan to get out of there. There was a secret emergency staircase. Suddenly jumped, came and attacked, suddenly shot Hyeong-do. This guy was angry and called the old him. Look at all his actions. His father's company has been destroyed now. Hyeong-do, who is really annoyed with people, this man got up and silenced him from behind. But because Hyeong-do was full of wounds, his strength weakened. This man escaped, but this is the unfortunate fate of Gunjung-T. This man died tragically. He gave advice to Haran he should live, take all his money and start a new life with his younger brother. Never ever return to this dark world, live happily. Hyeong-do walked unsteadily downstairs. His body was covered in wounds. He had time to his office suit. All the police were waiting for him downstairs, and Haran managed to sneak out of there. His whole life as an office worker. Today he felt very relieved to let go of the burden of the day. This is very beautiful because he is no longer an office worker, and this film ends with a very epic film, a sad drama and gunfire throughout this film. The life of someone who walks in a dark world is never young, even to get out. He sacrifices the most valuable thing in hopefully his life is entertained. Thank you for taking the time to visit this channel. If you don't mind, please support us friends. Please press the like, subscribe button and turn on the bell. Hopefully we will all be given health. We will see you again in the next video. Bye.